all your fault. You know,
you blame everything on other people.
If you never bought your PS4,
how about you take something called accountability
and responsibility?
Yeah, you need both of those.
Are they pretty much the same thing?
No, you need accountability.
So what's the difference in accountability and responsibility?
Accountability means you hold yourself accountable for something.
Mm-hmm.
Responsibility is something that I have responsibility to something. Holding yourself accountable to something and being responsible for something, two different things.
I agree with you.
Oh, whoa.
That never happens. Oh, that was the grass name. Anyway, guys, welcome to the JK Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
We got one bitch.
We have... I was like, what?
Bro, PSX was fucking amazing.
Yeah? Was it? So we're shooting this on Tuesday, the week before PSX.
No, the week of PSX.
The week of PSX. So... Let me get this. So this is gonna come out Tuesday. We shot it the Tuesday before. So last week's Tuesday is when we're shooting this. So we haven't yet went to PSX. You know what I'm saying, Jalen? Are you hyped for it?
You totally just fucked my head. But yeah.
How?
Not this week, but next week, Tuesday.
So because I'm speaking in the term like this audio upload. This is gonna be uploaded on.
Simple. This is gonna be uploaded Tuesday. This is the week of this is recorded the week of PSX.
Yeah, or last week.
So we won't be able. No PSX information is gonna be in this.
Yeah, no PSX information is going to be in this. Bloop, bloop, lock it in, pop it out.
That's what you get, bitch.
So, are we doing a vlog?
Yes.
Okay, so we're doing a vlog. I was going to say, is it going to be done by the time this is uploaded or not?
Yeah, it should be. It should be uploaded fairly...
Boop! Eye icon right there. You know what I'm saying? Eat the eye icon, Jay. Eye icon right there if you guys want to go check out.
I babied the fuck out of your head.
You're so
you know what that
retarded.
means? You know when a baby sees a phone and it's like... Oh.
That video is... I don't know why that was so funny. That baby was adorable as fuck. He was like...
This nigga said that baby was adorable.
It was. That shit was hilarious. So, the eye icon will be the PlayStation Experience vlog that we will be doing. If you guys want to go check that out.
Jeremiah's recording it and editing it all.
Really? That's what we're doing, huh? That's what we decided doing. Whatever.
I mean, I'll do it on my phone. I don't have a phone.
So, last week's episode of Jacob Podcast, boom, icon right there as well. If you guys want to go check that out. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about hentai, weeaboos, whitewash. What we
never once talked about it.
I know.
This is the funny thing. That video got a lot of views strictly because we had Bulma's boobies.
That's hilarious. We're talking about whitewash, weeaboo, education. What else we talk about?
Whitewash, weeaboo, education,
Marvel versus DC. Talk about 0 Point Energy. We talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. If you guys want to check that out, hit the icon right there. Also, links are in the description below if you guys want to check that out. We also have the Versus Series, Ep.7, Season 3. That's Nidhogg. That's Nidhogg. Nidhogg 2. That one was a good game. If you guys don't know what Nidhogg is, it's a fun game, enjoyable game. Literally, you guys, it's all about momentum, all that good stuff. One hit kills. Icon again right there. If it pops up, I don't know. Yeah, you have to give it time, Jalen. No, you have to give it time.
I guess.
Also, wait, what?
I guess.
Oh.
That's all I said.
That's all you said?
Yeah.
That's all you want to say?
That's all I did.
I mean, the floor is yours now, Jalen. Since you want to be the attention whore.
Thank you. I didn't do anything to become the attention whore. I'm just saying. You're kind of... He kind of threw everything... You know what? Fuck it. Let's go to the first topic. No, I'm kidding. What were you...
Fuck it. Let's do it live. The last and final thing for housekeeping is Erebus League Week 7 is also up. Boom, icon right there if it lets me. I don't know. Also link in the description. It's going to be under the intro. So I break this up into intro. I do intro, and then I do the housekeeping stuff. So all the, like, Erebus League. I made
a mistake.
How'd you make a mistake?
Hunter was supposed to get, it's not.
He's salty.
We're fucked. I'm fucked.
Boom. So what I like to do, I break it up into intro. So I do the intro and the description, and then I do Versus Series, Erebus League, and all that stuff. So links that I just talked about, and under that it would be the topic, the first topic, and then the link and the timestamp as well. If that makes sense. Let's kind of break it up in the description section of this video. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you, or should I break it down even more?
No, don't. No, you're just...
all links...
Here's what's happening. You're confusing me, and you continue to talk about links. And you just continue...
Well, links... Okay, Zelda is all in the description.
Why?
Because links, Link and Zelda.
Oh, go on. And catch it.
But yeah, links are all in the description below. Timestamps are well off the topic, so if you guys want to jump around the videos, if there's a topic that you find interesting, you can just skip to it from the timestamps below. And without further ado, let's get into the first topic, Jalen.
For sure.
You know what the first topic is?
Links on the...
I call over there.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Topic 1 is the PS5, right? You and Jonas... No? What?
It was PS4 versus Xbox. I'm pretty sure.
Jalen.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at the scene. Not me.
Yes, I triumph over Jalen again. Let's go.
So PS5. Me and Jonas had a conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry
about. Yeah, that's fine. Me and Jonas had a conversation. You should probably explain that about PS5. Sure. And more specifically, how soon it's going to come. So we're going to PSX this weekend. This is being edited.
Yeah.
Or, well, the weekend is being recorded. And strictly, the question I have is the PS5 going to be backwards compatible with your PS4? Mm-hmm. We've had PS4 OG, then we got the PS4 Slim, then we got the PS4 Pro, as you're seeing now.
Yeah.
And I think, and I feel, that what's about to happen is we're getting a bunch of fucking games and shit for the PS4 Pro and PS4. Yeah. They're the same. It just works more better on the Pro.
Yeah.
Are they going to do the PS5 the same way? Is it going to be the same thing?
Is it going to be the same thing?
Yeah. For example, you have the PS4, you have the PS4 Pro, and is the PS5 going to be what the PS4 Pro was to the PS4?
Maybe.
Or are they going to just rebrand? Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like they want to get away from the PS4 name.
Question. Did the PS3 play PS2 games?
At the very start, yes.
It did?
The fat PS3 did play PS2 games. But here's another thing. The PS4 is made like a PC now. Mm-hmm. It's not made like it was. The PS3 was made with, like, you had to use the specific code to make the games, and that's why a lot of third parties weren't fond of making games on PS4 or PS3.
See, I feel like they could take it with. They can go at this angle a lot of ways. They could, for one, do it to where they just say, "Fuck it, no, you don't get no backwards compatibility." You could have PlayStation. What is it? PlayStation Now, where you stream all these PlayStation 3 games and PlayStation 4 games.
Okay, but when E3 drops. That's what the conversation is going to... Backwards compatibility will be...
E3. Okay.
Backwards compatibility will be at the forefront of the conversation. Mm-hmm. Because, okay, you guys have given us these incremental upgrades.
Yeah.
That say the console cycle is lasting longer.
Yeah.
And then you're ending it, and then we now have games that we can't play.
Which is the question.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think they're doing that though? Do you think they're gonna like announce PS5 like either next year or the year before?
I think PS5's coming out 2016.
2018?
Oh yeah, no, 2019. My bad.
2019. Okay.
I think it's coming out 2019. Period. Mm-hmm. I don't think we see. I think we see it 2019. Period. Like I can't. I assume Last of Us is going to be the last game.
Yeah.
I don't think it comes out this year either.
Mm-hmm.
So from my perspective, I think it's I personally think it's gonna be you get PS4, you get PS4 Pro, then PS5. But I don't think PS5 is gonna be called PS5. Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna be called PSX.
It's gonna have like a catchy word or something.
A catchy word. It's like gonna be like, you know how the PS4 Pro is PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be called PSX or PS something. It's not gonna be called 5. And the reason why I think this is because, and they might not go X because Xbox One X, they did that.
Yeah.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to brand themselves completely out, and they're going to say PSX. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is because it's like the X symbols means you could go all the way back. Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to either be like, you can go all the way back from the beginning. I think the way they're going to announce it is, so when we announced the PS4, backwards compatibility was a problem. Mm-hmm. You guys did not like PlayStation Now. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm here to tell you, PlayStation Now is still a thing, but all your PS4 games are backwards compatible with the PSX. Mm-hmm. I think that is like people will clap for that.
Yeah, that's what people want.
That's what people want. So, and I think people will get mad if it's not backwards compatible because you conned everybody.
They could do what Microsoft or Xbox One X or Xbox One did, where they at first they only had a couple games that were backwards, and then they just started building. And
again, the reason why backwards compatibility wasn't backwards compatibility was because back in the day when you made a console, you made it a console. Like, you made it like you had to have a certain coding. To write for this. What the innards that are in the PS4 and PS4 Pro are the exact same as a PC. So that's why PC ports can be ported over so easy with ease.
These look the exact same, just one has like a little better lighting.
What, PS4 Pro and PS?
Yeah. You have to. I feel like this is where you have to play.
You'll never understand. You'll never be able to see because of two things. Thing one, when you see this, you're only seeing it on whatever your monitor is displaying.
Exactly.
So your monitor won't display 4K.
Exactly.
So you'll never get the true feeling. Like on my TV, I can blatantly tell the difference. But when you look at this, you're seeing the monitor and capture device will make it go down lower. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. I think PS4 Pro or PS5 or PSX, PSV, whatever the fuck they're gonna call it. I think it should be backwards compatibility.
I think it will.
But I think it will.
I think they'll get killed. I think they'll get killed if it's not.
If it's not, because they did all this stuff with
the Pro.
The Pro. So
like conning people into buying the Pro and then making a PS5 the next 2 years later is like, okay, so you extended the life cycle and then killed it, and then I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I kind of agree with you. I think that's gonna. I'm hopeful. I think they're gonna make it PS5 be backwards compatible. If not, then they're gonna have the PlayStation Now thing be more prevalent, which is gonna be stupid because no one wants to fucking.
I think they're gonna keep PlayStation Now around for PC. They see a good following on PC, and I think they're gonna make PS4 and PSX, PSV, whatever you call it. They're gonna make it fully backwards compatible. I don't see you doing it any other way. I can't.
Me either. We come to an agreement, Jalen. Again, we're gonna shake hands. You know what I'm saying? Next topic. Topic 2 would be Xbox versus PlayStation. Why did we choose Xbox over PlayStation?
Why did we choose PlayStation over Xbox?
Why did we choose PlayStation over Xbox?
Oh, this is easy. Back when the Xbox started and came out, it said that your games were tied to the console. So that means if I had a game and it was on my account, or if I had a disc game, I could not bring my disc over to your game and plug it in.
Yeah.
So that right there is a problem. Because it seems like nobody really wants. Well, there are people, but like most people don't really want the government in your pockets.
Okay.
And I think people don't want the consumer. Like if Apple was like, okay, we control everything you do. People would be like, no, like you're not. I think people want that freedom, and I think they didn't get that with the Xbox. The Xbox did not nail that off the top, and it was expensive, and it was like everything is done with the cloud, and it felt like for a game console to just be catering to TV.
Are you talking about like what generation are you talking about?
I'm talking about when the Xbox got first announced. You said why did we
Xbox One?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did we stick with PlayStation? So to come out with that shitty performance at a PlayStation at a conference, it was. If you go back and watch it, it was a shitty performance. To come out with a shitty performance and then have PlayStation legit rebuttal everything you say, like they were playing fucking whatchamacallit, like it's impeccable. And so when you see PlayStation do shit like that, and then you see PlayStation have the fucking exclusive that PlayStation has, it's like, what? It's you gotta be brain dead to pick the other side. You gotta be brain dead to pick the other side.
See, ladies and gentlemen, me and Jalen started out before anything. We're on Nintendo. We're like Dreamcast, Super Sega, the Saturn.
We were
Dreamcast.
not on the Saturn.
We're not on the Saturn?
No. We were Nintendo kids. We had the Nintendo 64.
Dreamcast. We had
Dreamcast.
Or we didn't have Dreamcast, but Quincy had Dreamcast. We played on the Dreamcast.
We've played the Dreamcast. We were Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
GameCube.
And then Probably Wii.
I would say Xbox.
360, yeah.
360.
Both.
Then Wii. Then
Wii hybrid over to PS3.
Then PS3. Then
and that's
PS4.
that's where we kind of stuck with PS3.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say middle school? So probably our middle school is like Xbox 360, right?
At the beginning of our middle school.
And then towards the end it was like
I would
PS3.
say the middle of our middle school was PS3.
Yeah, and then after that it just carried on to we were Sony. Now, what was the reason for that? What was the reason? Like, well, first of all, what's the reason that you bought a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 3? I didn't have a reason. I just came home one day. There was a PlayStation 3, and we had like 5 games or whatever. We had End of War.
So you're wondering why the Switch happened?
Yeah.
All right. So in my opinion, I bought the Xbox 360 Elite. It was this black console, and it looked amazing. And I was like, "Oh yes, this is nice." So I buy it and I set it up. It's my first console that I buy with my money and whatever, and I play Sonic. And this is again the first time we play a game. It's Sonic.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is amazing. Whatever. I learned that you have to buy online.
Yeah.
Which hurt me. I was like, what?
It was gay.
I was like, what? Like, it was unthinkable. I was not into games as much as I am now.
Yeah.
And so since now I am into games, I went back and looked at a lot of shit up, and then whatever we learned from there. But that's cool. That's legit the back of the console. But so we learned and we looked everything up and whatever. And so I have this Xbox and it got the red ring. The first time I got the red ring, I was sad and I was like, Mom, what am I gonna do? She sent it back. Whatever. I had a warranty.
Oh yeah.
Then I get it back, and it's on like this TV nightstand thing, and I'm playing the game, and Javon runs and kicks, and it falls over. Pick it up, gets the red ring again. I go to sleep, wake up next day, try and turn it on again, see if it has life, and it works. I'm like, okay, this is working, whatever. Next week, red ring again, and it's just off and on this struggle, and I'm like, this sucks. Like I want something that I can constantly have and not have to fucking go back and like it doesn't work. So I was like, whatever. PS4 or PS3 has free online.
Exactly.
It had better games that I missed out on because I was on an Xbox. In my opinion, we missed out on Heavenly Sword. Almost
Actually,
all the God of Wars.
we did miss out on Heavenly Sword, but we did go to our friend Josiah's house and he had it. He had a PlayStation 3 and we played it.
Yeah, a lot of people around us had PS3s. And so then that leads us up to the point where I buy a PS3 and I'm like, whatever. I love PS3 and I rock out with it forever. Never had one issue with my PS3 until the PS4 came out. Not one issue.
Well, now it doesn't work. It's like you have to lift it up for it to work.
But that's not an issue I had.
Yeah, when we first got it, it was fine.
In its prime, it did its job. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. And then so I went there and I got a PS3, and then the PS4 dropped. Everyone in the house got Vitas. We got PS4, and it was pretty nice. I don't know. That's kind of our road down the difference.
I think and
then no one can say I'm a Sony up Sony's ass. I went and bought an Xbox One.
Pony.
I went and bought an Xbox One anyway.
You did.
I got it for Christmas.
Yeah.
Played it. The interface was trash. There was no. I bought the majority of the fucking exclusives, and all of them just felt piss poor and not as good as half the Sony exclusives that I had played. So I was like, it's what it is, man. It's whatever, bro. It's not as good in my opinion. I
think the reason why I switched over to PlayStation was simply because it had free online. That's literally the only reason. I was like, well, this has free online, the other one doesn't. Yeah. The games for the other, back then I played Call of Duty. I was a casual ass motherfucking gamer for
we all
Xbox. Like that, I just play Call of Duty. So I was like, oh, PlayStation? I can fucking play online now? Like, I can go free online? Why not? You know?
And you got your own account. Because on the Xbox,
I got my own account. But you're right.
You couldn't play online.
I couldn't play online.
You had to play on my account online. On
so I never played online.
You were allowed to play online on your own account. Yeah.
So that also helped a lot with just everything. So then ever since then, I was like, you know what? PlayStation all the way. PlayStation 4 came out. Said you had to pay online. How'd you feel about that?
I was fine because I knew what was happening. It was to a point where, if you remember what happened, and it didn't help, but if you remember what happened, remember that whole like month the PSN was down?
Yeah.
And
I think didn't someone hack like
someone hacked it?
Someone hacked it?
Someone hacked it and it was down for like a full month after Christmas, and I was like, this is ass.
This is ass.
I was like, this is ass. This needs to be fixed. And but I was like, and everyone was like, and then this is when I started like leaking into Beyond and shit like that. So I started getting more informed.
Yeah.
And they were like, you can do two things. You can be happy that it's down, or you can be sad that it's down. And I was like, what? That makes no sense. And they're like, be happy that it's down and you're not paying anything. But be sad that it's down because
you can't play.
You're going to. The result of this is they're going to find better ways to be more protected. So they're going to make you pay for it later.
Yeah.
And long behold, you had to pay for it, which I wasn't that mad because I was still paying for Xbox.
Yeah. And you didn't even fucking play Xbox.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I don't know. So right now, who do you think is better, PlayStation or Sony or Xbox?
Oh, PlayStation. I do think Xbox is closing that gap.
Yeah.
And I think what's going to end up happening is if Xbox and Sony can make a huge fuck up right now, and it's whoever makes the fuck up a little less. Right now we have the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro out.
Yeah.
Those consoles don't matter. But the microtransaction is the microtransaction game of we have both consoles out right now, and you conned us into buying them because Xbox said this is the next generation Xbox. PlayStation hasn't said that. So if PlayStation comes out with the PlayStation 5 and rebrands and makes it backwards compatible, they keep their gap.
Now, what happens when I think they might just say, okay, so because you know how they always drop consoles on the same day or whatever, same year. What if now Sony is doing a different turn where like, okay, we're gonna drop a console. So they drop a console now, we're gonna drop a console in like 2 years or 2 years later or 3 years later. Then you have
they're gonna sync up
Nintendo.
again. Is the problem?
Yeah.
They're gonna sync up again. So right now it's Sony dropped the PS4 Pro, Microsoft. Like it was like boom boom.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It was a punch like that. And I feel like they're reacting off of each other right now. Like they hear inside leaks and they're like, okay, so they're making a console right now. We have to make one. And I think that's where we get the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
I think what's happening is, so we got the PS4 and the Xbox, PS4 One. They have a big gap.
Yeah.
This is PS4 Xbox. They have a big gap. Xbox One S came out and PS4 Slim came out.
Yeah.
That's where the gap started to close because the Xbox One S had better shit than the PS4.
Yeah.
Then the gap continued to close when the Xbox One S and the PS4 Pro came out.
Yeah.
So the gap is probably here now. Now let's say PS4 comes out or Sony comes out with another PlayStation 5, all backwards compatible. That gap ends up coming back. Now let's say they're like, oh, this is the Xbox 5 and it's not backwards compatible. They're at the same level now.
Yeah.
Because now all Microsoft needs is some shit behind it, some good games and some first party games behind it, and we're back in the game.
Yeah.
You blew a fucking 20-point lead. Do I think that's gonna happen? No. Because they're still marketing the PS4 Pro as well as they are, and VR. I think what the next thing they do is they make a VR
console,
a console that works better with VR.
With the VR.
I think that's what we'll get, and I think you're right.
I would like to see that.
The PS4 V or the PSV will be like the better with VR version.
It's like a mobile VR.
Yeah, or like a better with VR version. And I think we'll get that, and I think that and the PS4 Pro will live in their own realm. Yeah. But
that's what I think too. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the next couple of years what Sony 100%. And Microsoft
I'm curious. I'm glad that a lot of the people I watch came back because...
Don't roll out Nintendo. Nintend's gonna kill it, Jay.
They're not doing anything. They're not gonna do anything.
They at least have games. Like they're coming out with games that have everyone. I mean, third-party games. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Like they're having a lot of third-party games that PlayStation.
My problem with Nintendo right now is they didn't get Destiny. They didn't get Destiny, and they didn't get Call of Duty. Those would have been big games for Nintendo to get on the Switch.
True, but I wouldn't. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that. I'm saying to compete with Microsoft and Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get Destiny and you get Call of Duty. Like right now, niggas are playing that role of, we have whatchamacallit, you know what I mean? We have we can take this shit on the road, you know what I mean? We could take the Switch on the road. You're only getting that argument for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I get that you get the Switch on the road, but if you don't get the next Call of Duty or you don't get the next game, the system's just point blank not competing with PS4.
Yeah.
Point blank, like you're not getting Fallout. Mm-hmm. You're not getting, you know what I mean? You might get Fallout, but you're for sure not getting Call of Duty. You're not getting these big drops that you should be getting.
Which I think that's where Nintendo's going to more rely on their first parties, like the Mario and the Zelda.
But you can only rely on that. You can only rely on that for so long.
Think about it. Like, they have Kirby, which I'm assuming they're going to come out with the game. And the fucking Samus game, I don't even think it's for the Switch. I think it's for the 3DS.
That would be sad.
I think that's what it is. So, let's just say fuck it. They have the Kirby. They have Kirby, Samus. They have Zelda, Mario, Star Fox. They have 5. Maybe Smash Pokemon. Bros. And Pokemon. And Smash Bros. Maybe.
Those are huge games. But the problem is, to rely on first party, Smash Bros. Can't compete with a Destiny.
Maybe not.
Pokemon can't. I'm not talking number wise. Number wise, yes. Mm-hmm. But what I mean is the draw from Destiny and Call of Duty to Pokemon.
Yeah. Like,
if you have Destiny, Call of Duty, and Pokemon on the same system, that system is gonna win.
Yeah.
But you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You have Pokemon over here and Destiny and Call of Duty over here. And I think that's how it's going to stay.
Yeah.
And if it stays that way, there's an obvious divide.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, at the end of the day, that's what it is.
I don't know. I'm waiting for that cross-play platform, you know what I'm talking about?
Never
play with, it's not, but...
Unless Sony and Microsoft...
I think it will happen, just not anytime soon.
Unless Sony and Microsoft decide to come together. Not happening.
It's funny, because back then... PlayStation wanted that. PlayStation was like,
PlayStation
Microsoft
did want that.
And then
niggas shitted on... niggas shitted on them.
Microsoft
and now Microsoft wants that shit. And Sony's like, fuck you.
Nigga, if you don't stop.
Because the winner of the console gets that perk.
Yeah.
They get to...
Because it's going to benefit the other person more.
They get to make the future.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. When you get to, like, Nintendo shitting on Sony when they were together and they had a salty... thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever, bro. It's what happens.
It's whatever, man. It's whatever, guys. On to the next topic. Next topic, Jalen, is actors and actresses, mainly method acting. You know, being a method actor. I personally love method acting. If you guys don't know what method acting is, method acting is playing that character in real life, such as
acting that character.
Acting that character in real life. So let's say I was a drug dealer, right, in a movie. Me being a method actor, I would go and I would sell drugs, you know, and be around that culture to build that character and to build that. And it's very interesting art. Yeah. Interesting craft when people do that. Mm-hmm. I don't frown upon it. I think you should just like be careful with it.
Yeah.
Because Heath Ledger
lose their way.
I think Heath Ledger said, was it Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
It was one of the Jokers. Heath Ledger or the other guy said they locked themselves in. It was Jared Leto. Heath Ledger sent like a dead bird to one of the actresses.
Heath Ledger wrote his suicide note.
He did.
He wrote his suicide note as the Joker.
Yeah, he did. That's just hilarious. Jared Leto, what he did was I think I heard him talking about this, or I heard someone talk about it. And he locked himself in a room for about like 3 months, or hotel room for like 3 months, or some type, like 3 weeks, 3 months. I can't remember the number. And what he did was he just sat in his room, didn't have any human communication for 3 months. Method acting is all right. I'm gonna try to find this character. I'm gonna just lay in my room and be solitary. He went outside sometimes, and then when he went outside, he would practice on his like Joker laugh. And he's like, I need something that feels very, just feels very awkward and very like weird and like it gives me chills. That's where he came up with that laugh. So it's just interesting to see how people work on their craft and how different people have different methods of. I'm all for method acting, 100%. I love method acting, but I think you need to like, I don't know. I don't want a nigga to like get legit crazy. Yeah. You know, like I want him to know that it's just acting at the end of the day. Don't go out and actually kill someone.
I think they lose themselves in method acting. And I think that's where we run into. We run into niggas losing themselves. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is I was watching a Jim Carrey documentary. Yeah. And the way this nigga was acting as someone, so he's acting as a guy. I forgot his name. Andy. He's acting as a comedian named Andy. Mm-hmm. And Andy would always act as like so Andy was a good comedian. And he would always act as this other dude. I forgot his name though. So he'd always act as this other dude who was like, hey, so like he was like a mafia member or whatever, and it was a cool little shtick. Well, Jim Carrey was a method actor on Andy, so he was method acting Andy, who had to method act this
paradox.
Other dude.
It's a fucking paradox.
Yeah. So he was method acting him and was like, well, he did this, I have to do this. So he did that. So this nigga fucking lost his way. Mm-hmm. You should watch this documentary. It's like Carrie and Andy or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so this nigga legit lost his way. Like he was going crazy or whatever. And so what he did was when he was one of the characters, like this is how bad it was. When he was one of the characters on set, he would be him. Like that was him. Period. And so when someone asked him like about Jim Carrey, he would be like, "Oh yeah, I had a conversation with Jim Carrey like yesterday or whatever. Like we talked on the phone. It was fucking crazy. I was like, this man is insane.
That's
like,
not good.
It changed him.
He needs to chill. So it changed people. And it's crazy because Jared Leto, one of his friends, was on set or whatever when he was doing. He was like, man, you know, Jared Leto's such a nice guy, but once he gets into that, like, turns to the Joker, it's just kind of like, man, you just gotta let him do what he does, you know. But it's just like, you know, he's my friend and he's actually a good person, but when you see him turn like that, it's just kind of weird. And I was like, hey man, niggas gotta eat. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, niggas be changing, bro. Like, you should watch that tonight, because it's crazy.
Like, I want to get better at acting for sure. I want to be a method actor, but I don't want to take it to that far. You know,
you have to. There's no I don't want to. No,
fam.
It's you have to. No, like fam. At the end of the day, to learn someone's mannerisms in their mind, you won't be able to do that. Mm-hmm. Just like I can look at how you're doing, I could.
Yeah.
But in order for me to do that, why you do it, how you do it, like the reason you do it, I won't know that unless I'm you.
Yeah, you'll jump in that nigga's head.
So in order to do that, I have to method act as you all day, 24/7 for months on end. Mm-hmm. He was that nigga for months, my guy. He was that nigga and the other nigga for months, my guy.
I wonder what the difference is between him and, let's say, someone like Robert Downey Jr. See, I feel like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Like, that's just him. Like, he's like, I'm fucking Iron Man. That's my personality. That's his personality, yeah. You know? I think the difference between an actor and a method actor is strictly that a method actor goes through the methods of being that person. So, for example, Jim Carrey was him. He got his haircut like him. Everything, down to the wire, was him. Yeah. He was him so much that his wife, like not Jim Carrey's wife, but the actor's wife, was like that is him. Like I can't tell the difference. Mm-hmm. Other than like his face, like looking like Jim Carrey, she couldn't tell the difference. Mm-hmm. So it's like that is method acting. If I'm an actor and I'm not a method actor, my mannerism is gonna be off. You're gonna see a part of me in this character. Yeah. You're not going to see this character for who he is. You're going to see a little bit of me. Yeah. And I think that's the big difference. That's the difference. Like, the difference is when I see Robert Downey Jr. play as Iron Man, I'm like, this is Iron Man, but this is also Robert Downey. Just his personality. Ben Affleck for Batman.
Yeah, you know? you get some of his personality.
You get some of his personality. Superman as well. You get some of his personality. Wonder Woman. You get some of that.
But Jared Leto.
No.
As a Joker?
You don't get his personality.
I don't know. I got shit from Jared Leto.
I didn't know who he was.
When he plays in Blade Runner, I'm like, you are nothing like the Joker. Mm-hmm. Like, who are you? Like, you're not, like, I don't get your personality. Yeah. At all. Jason Statham, when he plays it, I'm like, I know who you are. Yeah. I feel
you play the same person. Johnny Depp, he pretty much plays. But see, even Johnny Depp is different in that sense, because, Captain Jack Sparrow, he's not that's not him. Like I don't know if he method acted that or is he just really good at that. But now he's just doing that for every single thing. Is
Johnny Depp a method actor?
I don't know.
Because if he's not, you can definitely see a lot of mannerisms of when he's not. Mm-hmm. If he is, he's a shitty method actor. Mm-hmm. Because the fact that you see Jack Sparrow, I mean, let's say he method act for Jack Sparrow's role. Mm-hmm. Like he's like, I'm gonna become pirate. I'm gonna be. Let's say he method act for that role. It would make sense if he didn't method act for all the other roles. Mm-hmm. Why you see some of Jack Sparrow's mannerisms because he knows them. They're ingrained in his head. Yeah. So when I act and I sway my arm this way, it's like that's Jack Sparrow, and he's like, I'm not meaning to do that.
That's how I am. But a lot of people do cast him to be that type of creepy. Like, what was that last movie where he dies and then like his brain gets transferred, his brain gets uploaded into like a computer, and he starts like taking over the world or whatever. That was kind of like a creepy Jack Sparrow type character too, as well. Same thing with the movie before that, where it was like a criminal type movie or whatever. He was a nigga. I don't even know the movie called. I could barely even remember. I just remember he was outside. He had a shotgun or some shit. Mm-hmm. That's all I remember. But
like Will Smith, greatest example is Will Smith, and we'll end it with this. Yeah, Will Smith is a great actor, mm-hmm. but he's not a method actor. Yeah, he did method acting one time, and that was when he had to do the Concussion movie. Yeah, he had to play as a doctor who spoke in an accent. Mm-hmm. I mean, we could pull it up if you want, but he spoke in an accent. That's only if you want to. If you don't, you don't have to. The movie's called Concussion. And
that's what it's called?
Yeah, Concussion. And he had to speak in an accent and do a bunch of you can't tell that is Will Smith. Mm-hmm. Like obviously his face, but the way he talks, you can't tell. Like, look at this shit.
Sony, let's go. Sony, give us free stuff.
Sony should have been give us free shit.
2015 movie.
When I was a boy, heaven was here. And America was here.
What was it, African?
You could be anything, you could do anything. I am the wrong person to have discovered this.
If you don't speak for them, who will?
I want to be a method actor, dude.
That no one has ever seen.
See, but he's an actor, and you can tell he's an actor. You can tell that in order to get that voice, he method acted that.
On the lights and gave their biggest boogeyman a name. You're going to war with a corporation that.
I've never seen something like this.
No proof was presented today because there simply isn't any.
They have to listen to us. This is bigger than they are.
This is bigger than they are.
What do you think they're doing to you now? That's nothing. You have no idea how bad this could get. They have to keep going.
They want you to say you made it all up.
Like, if I gave you that voice, and I was like, who is this? You'd be like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. You can tell by his mannerisms that he's acting like him. But by his voice, you can tell that he's met him and talked to him.
Who are you? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
That was awkward. I'm Will Smith. That shit's awkward. December 2015. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking acting. I just love acting. I love acting. I love the process of it. I love turning into a character. I love the idea of turning into a character, playing that character, and then having that be on a screen where you sit back and you watch as yourself. And you're like, let's see how I did. You know. Same thing with comedy. I think funny movies is probably really hard. Action movies I feel like are easy to do.
Action movies
because the actions speak for itself. For comedy, it's like you actually have the person laugh. You know.
Comedy is probably the hardest form of entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's because that's why a lot of comedy movies are bad movies, and it's because in order to get comedy right, you have to be funny to a large group of people. So you have to be funny. Like, if I tell a sexist joke right now, it's like, okay, well, that wasn't funny because of the climate we're in. Mm-hmm. But 5 years ago, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard for sure.
I don't know. That's interesting. I can't wait to start my acting, Jalen. Boom! But on to the next topic, which is the topic, since we're on storytelling, Jalen, we're talking about filler episodes and shows. Mainly, I guess, anime, because we looked this up.
It's pretty much only anime.
And they only say anime. It's just like, what? I was like,
it's
really?
because anime is just shitty art form.
Really? No, but I'm curious. It's like, do TV shows not have filler episodes?
They do, but like when you're watching How I Met Your Mother, there's always a purpose, and they're always getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether it's I'm fulfilling your character arc or I'm doing something with your character, a filler episode for anime is like this is legit just thrown in because like it has nothing to do with the story.
Feeling this fire right now that I have started, right? I have the charcoal and I'm like hitting it with the shovel, and then you're just pouring the gasoline on. I'm like, he's helping me out right now.
I'm sorry. I mean, like, it's real though. Like,
it is.
How I Met Your Mother, every episode has purpose.
See, I was gonna say, because I've been watching the recent, I don't know if it's a cartoon or an anime. I'm gonna say anime. Avatar, Last Airbender.
Yeah.
And I was watching just like the last couple of seasons or the last season, the last couple of episodes because those were like my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
And like. There was a filler episode where Zuko and like his friends and then his sister go to the island, and then they it's a filler episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's just them in that episode, and then you see them pretty much be like the average everyday people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end of it, like you see all these characters and what's wrong with them, and they kind of like what was it? Not announces it, but they kind of like let it be known what's wrong with them. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the video, or at the end of this episode, they like come to a conclusion like we're all like, we're all fucked up, but we're all cool.
Explain to me the last time you've seen a filler episode of The Walking Dead.
I don't fucking know. They really don't, because everything's linear. There's really no filler, you know?
There's no need for filler.
That's what I'm saying. I think maybe that's the difference. Is like anime, you can have a filler because it's anime. For something that's more real, like a TV show, like a reality TV show, or like Walking Dead or Breaking Bad.
It makes no sense to have.
It makes no sense to have a filler. You know, it makes no sense to have fucking Carl. I mean, I guess maybe they do in like very subtle ways, but you still think like I don't know. Like in Walking Dead, when what's his name is teaching her how to shoot, is that a filler episode?
Well, think about this also. When you watch How I Met Your Mother, that's a 20 episode show for one season.
Yeah.
When you watch Naruto for one season, that's
fucking like 50 something,
and that's the problem.
Something.
That's the problem. Your scope for an episode or for a season should never be 800 episodes.
Because I think it's like Castlevania for Netflix. Anime. Great anime.
Any filler?
No filler whatsoever. Straight linear. I think that's what it is. I think it goes to a linear path, and then once when that linear arc is done, it's like, okay, now let's just fuck around for a bit until either we can figure out who's the next thing or just have filler episode to fill in. Because we don't want to waste all of our story material. Which I just like, I'm fine with filler, but for me, like with that Avatar episode, like I want the filler to feel like a real episode, to feel like I'm gaining something from it. Like it was cool to see a prince and the princess in like a real state, like in like a normal ass nigga state. Mm-hmm. Like we're like, oh, we're not gonna tell these people that we're the princes. We're just gonna sit back and pretend like we're regular, just to see how it is. And then like the girl, like you figure out that she can't like date people or whatever because her personality is just very like brute and like very methodical and very manipulative and very just fucking crazy. So not a regular nigga would want to date her, really. And then Zuko is very jealous, and it's just like it's interesting to see that, and it's interesting to see how their personalities not only grow within that episode, but you could see them in a different light than fighting anime. Like you see them in more real.
But my problem with that episode, right, that filler episode, is the next episode they drop that like nothing happened.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe. I think they drop
it.
They
normally do. I'm not saying that not but normally they act like nothing happened. Like, that's what a filler episode does. They show massive growth in one character.
It's
and
like
then drop it next episode. Like nothing happened.
I feel like it's almost like I don't know.
A mini adventure.
Maybe Indiana Jones, like an Indiana Jones movie. How like I don't know if they ever referenced something that happened in the past. Like, but like how like it's an adventure, and then the next adventure is just not even. They don't ever recall anything. Like, it's just not important. Like, it didn't even happen, you know? I would like to see filler episodes actually be more prevalent and being more talked about in other episodes to have them refer back to it and be like, no, let's not do this. Remember the time we did it back then? Like, no. It just, I don't know. It just seems like it's more real instead of just having.
Well, the character, a filler episode is supposed to show you more of fleshed out character, but the problem is, a lot of the filler episodes don't ever show that. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, they do, but they never do because of the fact that like they drop it the next episode because some crazy ass fucking shit happens to the village, so the person has to be a certain way. And that's the problem with filler episodes. And that's why you never see it in any other art form. Because it's like, have you ever heard of a filler? Like, yeah, they have filler songs on albums, right? Mm-hmm. But have you ever heard of, like, Eminem having a filler song? Like, oh, the song's just because? No. Maybe. It's because it's pointless.
I don't know. It's like, I'm so down with filler, but you have to do it to where I feel like I'm getting something from it. And I feel like I get to see this character in a different way. Mm-hmm. I don't get to see this prince always being a prince who's just a fucking badass. I like to see his more humane side, what he is as a regular ass nigga. You know, see the flaws he has in that. You know, and I don't know. It's interesting to talk about. Filler episodes. Naruto has 40% filler episodes.
That's crazy.
That's not okay.
It's not okay.
That's not okay. Unless those fillers are actually meaningful.
Not even unless.
No, if they're actually
even
meaningful.
If those fillers are meaningful, that's almost half of the show.
That's
fillers.
That's not good, Jalen.
Not even if the fillers are meaningful is that good.
Jalen,
that means if
for every 10 episodes,
if I had exactly
for every 10 episodes, 4 of those episodes.
So if I had 10 episodes, I have almost a coin flip. I'm going to get.
Or you could say for every 5 episodes there would be a filler.
Yeah.
Right? Am I doing the math right? For every 5 episodes, there'd be a filler. I don't think I'm doing the math right. Fuck it, let's just say for every 10 episodes, 4 of those.
For every 5 episodes, it would be if every 10. 4.
I would say I think it would be like every 2.5, right? Every 2.5 episodes would be a filler. There would be a filler after. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Oh, yeah, I'm salty.
That's terrible.
I'm salty.
That's why I don't watch anime anymore.
True. I agree. That's a problem.
There's a lot of things like that.
A little fuckboy shit in there.
Like, a lot of shit like that is why I don't watch anime anymore. I used to love anime, but now it's just like...
and I feel like the animes that have more of a objective look, more linear storytelling, like Castlevania, beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love Cowboy Bebop. I don't think I've gotten to a point where there would be filler, but so far, no filler. Zatch Bell has filler.
Oh, yeah, hell yes. For sure. You know?
Rurouni Kenshin has some filler.
SpongeBob is the constant filler.
SpongeBob is a constant.
Like, it is. It's a constant filler. It's like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, next topic. I think it's the animals activist, Jalen. This is your topic. Animals' rights.
All right, so I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, right?
Who's Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan is a bald-ass motherfucker.
Woo!
Anyway, I love Joe Rogan.
Fear Factor.
I love Fear Factor Joe Rogan. He announces a lot of the MMA fights on UFC. But, so Joe Rogan, we'll go to that right now. Joe Rogan was talking to Army vet, and I don't want to call him Army vet. He's one of the guys who, he was, what's his name? Andy Stumpf. He was flying in this wingsuit, and he flew the longest in this wingsuit. Like, it was like 20-something miles in a wingsuit in the air. So they're sitting down and they're talking about right now. Joe Rogan, I'm pretty sure we paused it when he was talking about.
He looks weird.
We paused it when he was talking about his vegan friend and how they both were talking about hunting. So I just kind of wanted to play a little bit of this for you and show you some examples.
I've never seen this footage, so this is my first time pretty much seeing it. So this is like live.
Lying on his back, holding this frozen watermelon.
If you guys want to see this, link is going to be in the description as well.
It's not a Disney movie.
No, ain't a Disney movie, bitch.
My brother-in-law, who has never hunted before, has purchased a Redworks 1.
Nice.
Already has Hoyt. He already's got the Hoyt. He's already got a silverback sitting in his house. He's already got an Elevate rest, and his bow comes in like 2 weeks. And
the gorilla?
Was trying to explain. I had dinner with them last night, and he's trying to explain to his son and his daughter, like, it's not Bambi. that I'm going to go hunting with. And they're just like, no, Daddy.
It's Bambi's cunty uncle.
No, Daddy, you can't get... But it's funny. Even my kids were like, why would you kill a bear, Dad? Or why would you kill a deer? Why would you kill an elk? Well...
To eat it.
100%.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though, how people, in my super limited experience into the hunting world, are very entrenched and dug in. It's either, no, these animals, like, this is Bambi, how could you do that? Or they have an understanding of what's going on, like, oh, okay.
I have a friend who's a hardcore vegan, and he's kind of an asshole about it, but he's got dogs.
He's kind of an asshole about
food, and he buys dog food from the dog food store, and it's got animals chopped up, ground up, stuffed into these bags.
And he's good with that?
And I'm like, you're a hypocrite. I'm like, you're a fucking hypocrite. You
Can
really
we
are.
pause this
It's
and
well,
talk? So what I want to do is I want to pause and kind of it's I wouldn't say it's a little long, but I just want to kind of get some of our feedback in here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? He's super vegan and is talking about exactly that. And then listen to what he said.
Dug in. It's either, no, these animals, like, this is Bambi.
And he's kind of an asshole about it, but he's got dogs, and he feeds them dog food, and he buys dog food from the dog food store, and it's got animals chopped up, ground up, stuffed into these bags.
And he's good with that?
And I'm like, you're a hypocrite.
Unless you're buying vegan dog
he's
food.
Not. He's not.
Which I don't even know. I don't even know. Do they even have? Hold on. First of all, let's see. Let's check. Let's check to see if they have vegan dog food. Right. Let's just check to see if they have.
You typed that in so fast.
$58 for some vegan dog. I don't know if that's even
See,
vegan.
nigga ain't buying that shit, is it?
Vegetarian and vegan diets for dogs and cats. So okay, so they have vegan dog food. Let's just say.
But he didn't buy it.
But he didn't buy it, right? So for niggas that don't buy vegan dog foods and talk about animal rights and all that stuff, fuck you. You are a hypocrite. But if you do buy vegan dog food, I don't care if it's expensive either, because life has no cost. But if you're gonna sit here and buy a meat product for your dog, maybe it's unconscious. Maybe they just don't know. Maybe they're like, oh, I don't
have to know. It's beef. It says 100% beef on the fucking package.
Hey man, shit happens. I'm curious. If you cut a cow open and you have your dog over there, would he eat it?
Yes. He's hungry.
Shit.
Like, you're a fucking hypocrite. You really are. He's like, well, the dogs are carnivores. We're not. I go, no.
Okay.
We're omnivores.
First, what's omnivore?
That means we'll eat plants and or meat.
Okay, so good. Okay, so we have molars for plants.
Yes.
We have these right here, vampire teeth for meat. We're omnivores, my dudes. Like that's why dogs have sharp teeth. That's why lions have sharp teeth. That's why any carnivore has sharp teeth, so they can bite into the meat and eat it, and tear it. We're omnivores, which is awesome. All I would say that you can't say that about a fucking dog.
Yeah, you really can't. So we're better.
Choose to not be a carnivore. You choose to be an herbivore. Okay, but most humans are omnivores.
I was going to say.
That's how we evolved. Yeah. We evolved to eat a wide variety of foods. And this thing that you're doing is just, you're standing up, and he's an asshole. He's a nice guy, but he's an asshole. And he's always been like a really negative guy. Like, he's nice to me, but he's nice to his friends. But he's always had this propensity for negativity.
Pessimistic attitude towards
just
the world.
Shitty to people.
Yeah.
He's successful as a human being, but shitty to people.
Successful as a human
being.
For
whatever weird reason. Just has this aggressive attitude. And now he uses it
Joe was just shitting on
against people that are involved in hunting. And he gets off on it. He thinks it's fun. It's a weird thing that you could sort of justify the torturing and killing of these animals to feed your dogs. But when someone wants to go out and hunt an animal to eat it, like, I get all the people that are pissed off that people go out and hunt lions and don't eat them, and hunt elephants and don't eat them.
Giraffes and stuff, yeah.
I'm with you 100%. But here's the thing. That's not eating deer. That's not hunting buffalo or bison and eating bison. That's not hunting and eating things. We're talking about two totally different things. And then when you get to like the lions and the elephants, and there's a real problem. And the real problem is that there's not enough money in conservation to ensure the safety of these animals unless these animals are valuable. And the most valuable way that you can present...
I tried to let him finish his thing, but he just kept talking.
So I want to show you an example of someone hunting something and then someone getting upset about it.
He's a fisher.
You tell me how else.
We're gonna chop this up, right? We're gonna chop this up and talk about it.
Yeah, we can chop it up. We both haven't seen this. We just saw the beginning of it.
Tell me when you want to stop, too. I'll stop it.
Okay, I'll tap you like that.
He's tapping my dick, ladies and gentlemen.
When you hook them in their mouths, it really hurts them. So please stop fishing. It really hurts them. Stop fishing.
You guys just gonna let this fish die like this? You know, what if this was a dog and I hooked the dog through the mouth and threw her in the water? How would you guys
Well, no, keep playing for a little bit more.
feel about that? We don't need any animals because all animals have the same ability to feel love and pain just like we do. Would you guys agree with that? You don't? Do you respect his opinion? Not to.
He said, "I respect your opinion, but I'm gonna keep fishing." This nigga wants more than that.
Yeah, he wants you to stop fishing.
For why? My God, tell me another way. Please tell me another way to kill fish a more humane way than hooking them in the mouth, putting them in a freezer.
He doesn't want that. He doesn't want you to kill them.
They're gonna get eat.
They don't want that.
They're gonna get ate. They're gonna get ate.
He doesn't want that because this is the same as hooking a dog.
It's not,
and casting him out. It's what if I got a dog, nigga? What if I got God and I hooked his lip up and then tossed him out in the water and then went fishing, nigga? If you don't stop with this bullshit,
and it's not like he's letting him die on the curb, right? He said the other guy is getting the cooler right now.
Yeah,
my guy, they're not even hurting anybody.
That's the problem. It's not you're looking at it very a closed-minded thing.
I'm not.
You're looking at it.
I'm really not.
As us, you gotta look at it where you gotta open your mind and be like, okay, let's look at it through their lens, right?
All right, I'm looking at it.
The
fish is a life, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So is the tree.
He's saying it's a life that can have feelings and that can feel love and should be loved like that.
A fish would eat the shit out of another fish's kids. A fish will eat the shit out of itself. They're fucking cannibals.
My question is,
fishes are cannibals.
Why are we having the ones to be responsible, even though the animals are doing the same shit to themselves? Like that's
We're
my
only
question.
48 seconds in, my God.
That's my question. You know, why are we being held responsible when a shark eats another shark in the fucking womb of its mother's vagina? Like, are you serious?
You want that to be my fault? Like, come on, bro.
To kill animals? Do you guys think that this is okay to let this fish die right here? What if this was a human child?
Oh, really? What if it was a human child? You're just gonna let a human child fucking flop on the ground like that after we just pulled it out of the fucking water?
That's a tactic. That's a tactic we like to use, right, Maya? We like to make you feel bad. We like to be like, what if that was your firstborn? What if that was like, the one thing that you loved in the whole wide world?
And this is what you do. So what you're telling me, right? You said, what if that? So you're telling me that I went out here, I threw my fishing pole, and a little baby was swimming, right? Was swimming, and it just latched onto my thing, and I yanked it. And I got it up, and now it's over here. And now this fish, and now since we're playing this game, now I yanked the baby out. It's not crying or anything. It's just laying there like that, shaking, flopping like a fish. But it's a baby, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to then put this baby in this cooler with all this ice or water, or however they're transporting the fish, and I'm going to eat that motherfucker later.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing. If we want to play that game, okay, that's what I'm doing. I came out here to fish babies.
That's completely different.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm saying eating a fish you cannot compare to eating a child.
He's going to, because he's trying to play the sympathy card, and you can't do that. You can't compare two different things. You can't say, oh, what if this was dog? It's not a dog, it's a fish. Oh, what if this was God? It's not a God. It's a fish. What if this was a fucking tree? It's not a tree, it's a fish. Let's compare a fish to a fish to a fish. If you want to say, oh, that's a fish, it's a living being, okay, fine. That's fine. You can use that. But don't compare something that's not what it is. That's like me going up to the cashier and giving them a corner and be like, hey, That's $10.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Okay. Let's start off from prefacing this. I don't hate vegans.
I don't.
At all.
I
If
love
a vegan
vegans.
walked up to me and was like, hey, what's up, man? Whatever. Dap him up. But if I'm eating a steak, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I honestly want a vegan girlfriend.
Because you're retarded.
I am retarded, but fuck it. I think that's a attractive trait. But
I didn't say he was. I said he was retarded because I've heard that statement before.
Yeah,
he thinks
me and him
vegans are
talked
more
about this.
pure.
Okay, I didn't use that.
That's exactly what you said.
I definitely didn't say that.
That's exactly.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
beat
pure.
for beat. That's exactly.
I did not
what you
say
said.
pure.
Beat.
I did not say pure.
You're right. You said pure.
But what if it
Pure.
was? They have the same ability and same emotions as a human child. That's not my opinion. That's facts, sir. That's facts from science, sir. It is facts. Have you
Shitting
ever
on
looked
my
at how fish feel
science.
pain? I'm not harassing you. You're harassing this fish right here. This fish, you're
He
harassing.
grabs it, throws it back.
This is my duty.
It dies.
And my duty is to speak up for animals in need. This little child right here understands that this is wrong.
No, he
and you
doesn't.
guys don't
This
understand.
little child who understands math, physics, biology. He understands everything now. Well, he's the great arbiter. He is God of this world. This little kid,
He's arbiter.
he's the arbiter of this world. He's the God of this world. We are going to bow to this little child
Bow
who
to
knows
Jonks.
everything.
All I'm asking is to have some compassion. The law sometimes is wrong and is unjust. The law
What?
used to say that women could not vote. The law used to say that owning.
In a
No,
way,
and at the time, them bitches couldn't vote. That's against the fucking law.
That's what
Us
I'm
as a
saying.
society
Has agreed
that's
upon this.
Agreed upon this one set of rules. That was the law. You cannot say at one point women didn't because they weren't allowed to vote. They were utensils back then.
Yeah,
they
niggas
still
were
are
slaves.
utensils.
Wait, what?
They still are utensils.
I don't get it.
It's a joke. It's a rape allegation joke. Probably shouldn't have made it.
I don't get it. That went over the head for me. It's still over the
Okay,
head.
I said back then they were utensils.
Yeah.
Like they were, you know what utensils are?
Yeah, forks,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
forks
Yeah,
and shit like that. And I said they
Still
still
work.
are utensils.
Okay.
Just for a different purpose. It's whatever. It went over the head.
It was.
Explaining a joke is never good.
It's not.
Black people was for good for slavery. But that is not right, sir. Killing animals is not right. It's not an opinion, it is a fact.
Hold on. First of all, what's a fact that it's not right to do it? Well, first of all, who chooses what's a fact and what's not a fact? Right?
Webster.
Webster. So Webster.
The guy
So
made the
yeah.
dictionary.
So he said it's a fact. Show me evidence that that's fact. That it is cruel to hunt. Show me how that's a fact. Show me how that's a fact. And if it's a fact, okay, fine. Then let's stop this, right? Let's stop every lion from hunting a gazelle. Let's stop from every alligator killing a fucking gazelle child. Like, let's stop that. You know, I'm with you. Let's stop that. But you have to show me first, and you have to show me you doing it to other things too, not just a human. I want you to go up to a lion and fucking slap his ass and be like, no, don't eat that coyote. Stop it.
He won't. He'll eat you.
And what? And people were owning slavery from day one too, and we stopped that, sir. And we also stopped that. Not every individual on this earth and fishes either, because not every individual on this earth understands that. Do you understand what the Garden of Eden was, ma'am? The Garden of Eden, they didn't eat any animals. They didn't contribute to any animal suffering. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
If you want to talk about the Bible, talk about the whole fucking Bible.
One, it's fictional too, and they did eat food.
Dylan, I don't need your negativity.
I'm just saying
okay?
it's fictional,
Let-
but they did.
You
eat
have
food.
to talk to them in his language.
But in that fictional book, they did eat food.
You're a piece of shit. You know that?
But in that fictional book, they did eat food later on. Yes, pigs.
So why would you just say, "Oh, in the Garden of Eden, this"?
Because
Nigga, did Jesus eat? Jesus ate fish, didn't he?
I don't know. I mean,
What?
Did Katniss Everdeen eat fish? I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking? These niggas ate meat. They didn't eat pork, but whatever. That's fine. Don't talk about just one section of the Bible that has where it supports your case. Fuck you, you little piece of shit.
The writers did not.
Oh my god, I can't talk to this nigga about anything about the Bible in general.
I'm on public property. I'm allowed to be here, sir. The Bible did not.
Who was the first person to ever kill an animal?
God was.
Got him! Look! No! He got fucked! Look! Listen.
I'm on public property. I'm allowed to be here.
He
sir.
lubed him up.
The Bible did not.
And you'll be able to see this jump cut too.
God was. What did God say? What was the first thing God said? I will give you all the fruits to eat. This is horrible. Fish feel pain just like your child does. Would you hook your child, sir?
Yes, I actually
This is
would.
horribly wrong.
I don't eat humans.
You don't eat humans because why? Why don't you eat humans? Why don't you eat humans, sir? Why don't you eat humans?
Because we have a law. I can't kill. I can't eat.
I don't eat animals, no. No, I don't eat any animals because I know that they suffer pain.
I respect your
No, ma'am, I don't. I don't eat any animals.
He
Chickens are
said he
animals,
respected your
okay?
opinion.
Ask him
Why
if he
don't
eats
you
any
eat a
plants.
sir? Because it's wrong? And because you understand that it's wrong to eat a human being?
Mommy, don't even get included because you just videotape him so he can do all of this junk that's...
Yeah, because I'm gonna put you guys on the internet because this is wrong.
I love
This
this.
is wrong.
He thinks he's justified. He thinks we're
Yeah,
gonna
look at these
side
guys
with
letting
him.
this fish suffocate right
What?
here. And who has no remorse for these animals. Has no remorse. When you have a child right here who you obviously care about, but you guys don't care about this fish who is dying right in front of you.
What if this was a dog, or a cat, or a human?
This is like a bitch too.
I'm fixing to throw him back in the water.
I would
I'm
fucking
not gonna
cut
touch
someone.
this fish that's
Is he
dying.
your property? Is he your property?
Is he your
Yes.
property?
Yes, he caught it.
No, he's not.
By law.
There's a
By
hunting thing.
law. If
I'm-
you kill someone, so
Let's
like
look that up.
I was watching. No, it is. It's real.
I know.
By law, I was watching Rick and Morty, and this is why I was like, "Is that real?" I looked
is.
it up. So in Rick and Morty, this nigga shot
Shoots
a
a
deer,
fucking gazelle.
and then he got hit by a car. That is now the fucking hunter's property.
I think it's whoever either lays the first hit on it or
Yeah.
shoots it first. Makes
So I was also
property.
listening to that same Joe Rogan podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he said somewhere in Montana, if you hit a deer, you can now put that in your trunk and eat it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's just gonna sit there and go to
And
waste.
die, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, that is their property.
I don't know what state they're in. So
Yeah.
is that a federal or is that state? Is that by state?
I don't know.
It's probably by state. You know.
Don't step on that fish!
Call the police. I just saved the fish life. How about that?
He's dead.
Call the police.
He's going to float. He's going to turn sideways, belly up, float, and a hawk is going to fucking come by and eat him.
Or a cat, or a human. I'm fixing to throw him back in the water.
I'm not gonna touch this
Why?
fish.
Because he's your property? Is he your
Is he
property?
your property?
She's not stepping on
No,
fish
he's
at all.
not. Don't
Oh,
step
now
on
she-
that
I'll
fish!
beat his ass.
Call the police. I just saved the fish life. How about that? How about that? Call the police. I just saved
You're
the
on
fish
video.
life.
Do
How
not
about that?
touch him.
How about that?
That is
How about
stealing.
that?
That is harassment.
I'm stealing the fish out of the lake.
You stole
You're stealing
him.
the fish out of the
That's
lake.
his
How
You
about
stole him.
We're ignorant.
Calling the police.
Call the police.
Call him.
You stole
Please
that
do.
fish out of his home.
You lost.
Walk right around that corner and read that sign that says.
I don't care what
fish
that
and
sign think that it's okay to cheat.
Legally, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to get the police involved and say no, we saved a life.
Legally,
Okay,
you're wrong.
fine. You're fine to say that, but legally, you're wrong.
Yeah, legally, you're going. to
I
jail.
could go rape a little kid and be like, oh, but we're in love. Nah, nigga,
No,
legally you
you're
are wrong. You're
fucking
going to
wrong.
jail.
I saved his life.
Kids to kill animals? Do you think
He
that's
looks like Luke
okay?
Harper.
That's okay.
No, I don't, but they're not paying attention.
You're making them pay attention. You're making
No,
them
you
pay
are
attention.
with your mouth and yelling.
What?
So what? So what? I saved
Before or after you start? Oh, okay. I see what's happening.
I saved the
Okay,
fish's
good.
life.
Now walk.
She tried to step on the fish's head when he tried to throw it back in the water.
This is wrong.
You're making the
This is wrong. I'm standing up for the fish.
Doing
I'm
this in
standing
front
up
of
for
them.
the fish.
You're wrong for doing it in front of them.
I'm wrong for telling all the kids that fishing is wrong. Killing animals is wrong. I'm wrong for telling kids that.
You're wrong for making a scene.
I'm wrong for telling kids that. Am I wrong for telling kids that?
You're wrong for making a scene, bro.
I'm wrong
Property?
for telling kids that fishing is
What
wrong.
property are we
That doesn't
disturbing?
make any sense, dude.
You're making
That doesn't make
commotion.
any
You're
sense.
causing friction.
So are you,
This guy
bud.
is calling the cops
You're
because I
causing
just
a
saved an
commotion,
animal's
too.
life.
That's not why he's calling the cops.
Alright? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's animals dying. I'm not going to turn it off.
Don't turn it off.
It's violent!
Oh shit! This is the thing.
Killing animals is no kindness.
It's not food! It's violent!
Fish feel pain.
Just like us!
Fish feel pain.
Just like us!
I wish a nigga would. I would have knocked his skinny ass out.
Not food.
It's violent!
I'll throw his ass in the water. Like, join him, bitch.
It's not food!
He's gonna die later.
Fish feel pain. It's not food.
They're still doing it.
Killing fish is no kindness.
It's not food! It's violent!
Their body, not
He just fucking punches him.
ours.
He said you stole the fish out of the lake where it says fishing.
It's violent! Killing fish is not violent! It's not food! It's violent!
I don't have the right to save an animal's life? Are you kidding me? But you have the right to kill an animal, but I don't have the right to save the animal's life.
Yes, it's called the law.
We did win because the fish is alive!
It doesn't make any sense.
It's violent!
You might not stop fishing, but these kids might never.
Just like
That nigga looks like a fucking weasel.
animal liberation now!
Where the cops at?
Liberation now!
How long has it been?
Animal liberation now!
Oh,
Animal liberation now! Animal
oh
liberation now!
no. They have the kids doing this fuck shit.
You know, little kids probably won't understand what they're saying. I'd super kick the shit out of them. Oh man, awful bad.
Well,
oh, I want to do another video. That was fun.
No,
oh, storytelling.
We have a podcast, my guy, coming up that we still have to finish. I get it. We'll do it again. It's been a reoccurring topic.
Fuck this.
Exactly what you get.
Why? We have one more topic.
What is it?
Legal suicide.
In a Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so what's this? I just want to hear this thing.
Blamed his encounter with this animal right.
Fish have feelings and fish feel pain, and you need to stop fishing. So I turned to the young man and I said, I respect your opinion. I said, but I don't share your opinion.
That boy's mother, Kayla Leeming, who was with Direct Action, says that's not how it played out. This was video shot by Leeming's husband.
When you hook them in their mouths,
He said it.
It really hurts them. So please stop fishing. It really hurts them.
And these grown men were extremely hostile to my 9-year-old son, shooed him away, and laughed in his face.
Hope says the group had no
Okay, we just watched the whole fucking shit.
With his toddler around.
Fishing is wrong. Killing animals is wrong.
Because this is not right to do to citizens who are practicing their rights, who are doing nothing wrong.
The St. Petersburg Parks and Recreation Department.
That looks like a fucking snake ass nigga
Fishing
lurking.
is allowed at Crescent Lake. You don't need a license if you're fishing from the shoreline, which is where Bob and his family were. There is also no limit to the amount of fish you can catch. But Leeming says if an animal is hurt, she will step in.
A lot of people don't seem to care about fish, but we do. You know, fish feel pain just like we do. And my son was distraught.
St. Petersburg
No, he
police
wasn't.
tell us no arrests were made since the officer didn't witness any disorderly conduct or criminal activity. They also say any group has a
Papa
right
John's
to
got
free
their ad
speech
in.
in a public park.
Fuck Papa
In
John's.
St. Pete and in Valladolid.
Papa John's give me free stuff.
Now, according to
WWE
the
Network,
Florida
that's
Fish and
what I
Wildlife
did.
tilapia,
Alright, so this bitch, go back to where this bitch was talking. Not the girl on the phone. Back one more. Okay, right here. So, like, no, back more. Not that. I'm talking.
St. Petersburg
So her son was
police tell us
distraught.
no
He
arrests were
wasn't.
made
He was
since
back
the
there
officer
chanting.
Didn't witness any disorderly
Oh, you're talking about
conduct
when
or
they in the video?
Yeah.
They
It's
also
like right
say
here.
any group.
Fishing is wrong.
This one?
I think it's back a little bit.
Oh, when the kid talks?
No. Yeah, right after the kid talks.
Who are practicing.
When you hook them in their mouths, it really hurts them. So please stop fishing.
He helicast the fuck out of that too. You saw that? A backspin?
Those men were extremely hostile to my 9-year-old son.
Hope says the group had no right
Alright, so
to confront
she
the
said they
kid.
were extremely hostile. I did not see one hostile bone in any of them bitches'
At the
bodies.
beginning, no.
At all.
No.
Until he picked
Until he
up
picked up the fish and
fucking
threw it
over.
back.
Alright, and then they said towards her son. They were never hostile towards that kid.
Mm-hmm.
Not only were they never hostile towards that kid, they just said, okay, I respect your opinion. And went on with their day.
You could obviously tell that
So
the activists were the ones that were provoking the other people.
Not only that, when the activist said, what did she just say? They were fucking with my 9-year-old or messing with my 9-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
You know damn well you only said that to try and relate to people. You know damn well you only said that to try and relate to people.
I don't know. That's some fuckboy shit. I would be salty as fuck. I don't know.
Great topic.
It was a great topic. It's interesting. We're gonna have a lot more topics of veganism.
And it's not all vegans.
No.
We are looking at
I love
the
vegans.
extreme of one side. This happens with everything. The extreme on our side would be we're overkilling people just for trophies or whatever.
And I don't agree with that either. That's fucking stupid.
Exactly. Or the extreme on a different other end would be, for example, the feminists. We could look at those and how extreme that is too. So we're just looking at the extreme of veganism. This is not all vegans.
Vegans are awesome, guys.
Vegans are awesome.
Don't do anything stupid to them. They're awesome. I'm a vegan. What do you do now, bitch?
You're not a vegan.
I honestly wouldn't mind being a vegan.
I would try it. I would probably eat turkey though.
I've had a vegan patty, and it was probably a way better patty than a beef patty. When I went to Caleb's house and his girlfriend was vegan, that was bomb as fuck. There are vegan food there.
I want to try some. I want to try a vegan patty. We should try one today. Because I'm hungry as fuck.
How are we supposed to try? I don't think they have anything.
That that hot dog place has hamburgers, and they sell vegan hamburgers.
Oh, I'll try it. I'm all down for trying vegan, and like I don't need meat. Like I eat it because it's like, well, fuck it. There's nothing else here that I'll have a burger. I can rely on a burger, but if you show me a vegan food that's like, this is some good shit.
I'll eat it. I don't have a problem with that. It's just the taste. Usually vegan food is nasty.
I'm trying to think of it. I don't remember. The only time I remember having a vegan food was that time with the Caleb's house.
I've had vegan
and it was
food before. I've had a vegan hot dog and it was gross. Yeah, nasty. Anyway, next topic.
It is
assisted suicide, or is suicide being legal?
Suicide, right. Legal suicide.
Yeah, legal suicide.
What is legal suicide?
So, open up the thing. Legal suicide. Right. So, I was listening to the H3 podcast, and they talked about assisted suicide. And assisted suicide is, well, I don't know if it's
first. Is it the same as legal suicide?
Yes.
Okay.
They're 100% the same. Suicide with another person, someone's physician. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what assisted suicide is. So assisted suicide is when someone is feeling mentally ill, like they're mentally ill and depressed and whatever, and they just want to end their life.
Yeah.
Well, instead of just killing themselves, which is they feel is wrong.
Yeah.
They go to a psychologist, and they tell them you're allowed to kill yourself, and they pretty much let you kill yourself legally.
Okay.
Yes, it's fucked up. So this happens all around the world. It's happened plenty of times. And so it's for people who like the way they said in H3 was like the 100th person who was like related to someone that was in the podcast was they were like chronically ill. And they were going to die anyway, so they wanted to take their own life instead. They felt like that was the more noble way to do it.
Okay.
The more noble way to go out. That's how this happens most of the time.
Okay.
It's not like, that's why you see the psychologist.
It's like feeling the iron lung. It's like, fuck it, I'm gonna pull the plug.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
I see. Okay.
That's assisted suicide.
Okay.
Or if you're like, I have cancer right now, and I know for sure I'm going to die, and I don't want to just wait it out, I'm going to do assisted suicide. I'm going to see a physician. They're going to tell me, there's nothing we can do for you. This is how you feel. If you really want to do this, are you sure you want to go through with this? And they make sure they're like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Then you're able to kill yourself at that point.
Okay.
How do you feel about assisted suicide?
I think in certain specific situations, it's fine.
Yeah.
Such as the iron lung, or when like you're on a bed or whatever, you're like, fuck, like I'm just sitting here dying. Cancer is a real touchy subject as well, because you can go through all the treatment, get all these expenses, a lot of money is being poured into the treatment.
That's where...
at the end, if you still don't even like...
That's exactly where the peak of this topic comes. Cancer.
Yeah.
Because cancer, you can beat it, but a lot of people are they feel like it's already over.
Yeah, but...
And so exactly, assisted suicide is completely... We can change it back. Assisted suicide is completely... different in the way that it's like, yeah, you have to see a physician and get passed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they're gonna kill themselves anyway, do you agree with being like, if they're gonna just kill themselves anyway, you might as well do it a legal way and make sure you get your will correct?
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah, get your will correct.
So do you think assisted suicide should be legal and okay?
I think. In certain specific situations, yeah, it should be legal and okay.
Okay, but let's say someone has,
like, if you're depressed
cancer,
and you're like,
100%. But let's say someone has cancer, they're dying, but they have a possibility of coming back. Let's say it's 60%.
Nigga, you test those odds.
And that person wants to just die. They don't want to live. They don't even want to test the odds. They don't want to go through chemo. They don't want to go through the debt that they would get from chemo. Like, that's another thing. The debt you have from chemo is huge. Yeah. They don't want that for their family. They don't want that. They'd rather just end their life. Mm-hmm. If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, that is pretty much the plot of Breaking Bad. Nigga gets chemo. He decides to be a drug dealer. I'm going to make all this money, pay off chemo, and make sure you guys have a good life. Mm-hmm. So... I mean, you could go Breaking Bad route, or you could just go, I'm an assisted suicide, portion it out. Mm-hmm. Is that okay?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends. It depends on what's the success rate, you know?
Of what?
Of the cancer. Mm-hmm. If the success rate is like 75% or 85%, fuck no, you don't get no assisted suicide, bitch. You better fight through that. And you're gonna live. Like, you're living. I don't give a fuck. You're living. And if you're not living, then fuck it.
But what if they die anyway?
Shit happens. Niggas die every day.
See, that's the problem. It's a.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I mean, you don't have to do chemo either. You could just die.
Yeah.
But
what if they don't want chemo? If they're just gonna die, they're like, I want to take my own life. Is that? You see what I'm saying? Do you see the problem?
It's like you don't have to take chemo. You could just have cancer, just die. Yeah. You know, you don't have to do shit.
Then why would you not allow them to do assisted suicide?
How much is assisted suicide?
Free.
Oh shit.
It's not. I mean, like, yeah, you have to pay a psychologist, but that's cheaper than paying for chemo.
Again, I think it depends on the specific situation. I think it should be legal. But not in a sense to where, I'm depressed, I'm gonna go kill myself. No, bitch. No, nigga, you better step that shit out. You better puff up your chest, nigga.
Well, I mean, and I think the thing is you get barriers, right? Mm-hmm. The first, you don't same day get to kill yourself.
You have to, like, wait a couple,
the way it works is,
years.
the way it works is you go to a physician or you go to whatever, you apply for assisted suicide. Then you go into the physician. You have a conversation. So there's almost a year barrier after you've already applied.
I think you should apply. You have to go see a therapist. No matter what the fuck it is, you have to see a therapist. That's what a physician is. Is that what a physician is?
Yeah, I might be. It's a psychologist.
Yeah, psychologist, physician, whatever. Someone to talk to you.
I think I'm saying physician, and I think they're the same thing, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. But someone to talk to you and to be like to tell, like, try to fix you, try to help you, make you be more hopeful, or whatever.
Yeah, and
at the end of the day, it's just like.
That's what they're there for. Like, okay. So what ends up happening is, let's say person A signs up or wants to sign up for whatchamacallit. They hit that mark. Mm-hmm. Now they have to get okayed, or there's a waiting list. Like, you can't just, you know what I mean, kill yourself. So now you've signed up for assisted suicide. Cool. Then you have a waiting list for physician. You get the physician. Cool. That can take months to years. Mm-hmm. So you get the physician you want. Now. They talk it out with you. Then that could take for however long that ends up taking, and then you're now if the physician says you pass or fail, so let's say you pass. Okay, you pass. Now you have another meet with the same physician like 2 years later. If you pass or fail, if you pass, then you're allowed to kill yourself.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you're allowed to do the assisted suicide.
That's fine. Here's specific things like.
But morally.
Morally, it's fucked up. Morally, I would rather have it just you stick it out, you deal with the debt, and if you live, you live. You trying to take pictures of my dick?
No, I keep doing.
You just stick it out. You have hope. You either make it or you don't. Fuck the debt, because your life is priceless. I like to say, but I don't know. Other people don't see it that way, so I have to respect their. At the same time, I don't know. It's fucked. It's really fucked.
It's really morbid.
I don't like it. It's really morbid. It's very bleak. You know, very.
But I mean, it happens.
It happens. Niggas die every day. That's what I say.
Are you gonna like? I feel okay. I asked you a lot about your opinions. I'm just gonna touch on mine. I feel like it shouldn't be legal.
Illegal?
I think it should be illegal.
Okay.
I don't think it should be legal.
Oh, you have a heart.
Oh my! Ow!
Oh,
I have a fucking feel right here. Feel softly. Do you feel that lump?
No, you have breast cancer. Don't touch me.
I have like a lump right here. No, because where's my mic stand? I don't know where it's at. It's right here. So this was standing up like this. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but this was standing up like this, and I sat down and it went. boom, and fucking engulfed my fucking tit.
Your tit engulfed the fucking mic stand.
Yeah, it hurt so bad. I thought I was bleeding, and I checked. So I think there's torn tissue in there.
Maybe.
And that's why it hurt so bad. But like, it was going away until like I
just not when
did
you touched it.
No, just not when you touched it. No, I did something. I like laid down weird, and it came back. But I think it's torn tissue. Anyway, I think it should be illegal because I understand there's a lot of things that you have to go for, but when I feel like someone who's mentally ill is mentally ill. Period. Like, let's say you have a fucking mental illness.
Yeah.
And it's so severe that you feel like you have to kill yourself. So you do sign up for this assisted suicide shit, and you go through with it all the way to like the last physician meeting, and then no one, like, all signs are saying like you're gonna get, exactly like the gun control issue. You're gonna get the people who end up not wanting to kill themselves, but end up doing it anyway because they were able to get to that point. But I mean, maybe you get people that you save their lives where it's like, okay, they've been in the system. Since they were in the system for so long, they got to sit and think about their actions and sit and think about whatever. I think 100% you'll get people that do that, but I don't know. I agree with you. It kind of should be legal, but at the same time, morally, I don't think it should be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's creepy. Because there's certain situations, like if you're on the iron lung and you're just sitting there, just fucking couch potato, you're just sitting there watching TV on the bed. Like, hey mom, this is like,
that's life, bro.
It is life, but it's like,
am I allowed, if I can move my fingers and play video games, that's fucking life, bro.
This thing is sitting there just like in a fucking box, like a box is just over him, having him breathe. He's just, hey mom.
Am I allowed to play video games?
No, you're allowed to sit there and watch TV.
Why am I not allowed to play video games?
Because your hands don't work. Like, you're sitting there, you're Steelers guy,
They need to, and that's another thing, games and shit like that, they need to make a way
to where you can play games with your mind.
No, they really do have better ways to play games. There's an accessibility tab on your thing where you can play the whole game with just one side of the controller.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So they're definitely fixing shit. So like if you're one-handed, you can play it with one whole side of the
My question is, how come we haven't fixed the iron lung yet? Like, what the fuck? If my lung collapsed, why don't we have something that has like a vacuum that goes zoom, zoom?
Like your prosthetic lung?
Yeah.
Because your body will reject it.
Fuck my body. My body's gonna accept it because it loves.
Your lung. So like that's why heart surgery is so fucked.
Yeah.
Because your body, even if you have, so let's say you have the same blood.
Yeah.
And everything is me, and we can transfer hearts. So there's a long process for that. One, you're not going to just get a heart from somebody, so it's whatever. So let's say we transfer lungs. Let's say we transfer our hearts. At that point, it's fine, right? We start beating, but your heart will beat differently than mine would have beaten.
Yeah.
So my body's like, this isn't your heart.
Yeah.
Something's wrong here. And they reject it, and you get a heart attack and die.
Yep.
That's what normally happens. And so with your lungs, you can't just stop breathing. You'll die.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they don't do it. I think we don't have that because...
And then a collapsed lung, like, you're fucked. Like, you can't uncollapse your lung.
Yeah, no, you can't.
How can you not uncollapse your lung?
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Can't you just, like, isn't it, like, so your lungs are, like, and when it's collapsed, pretty much, like, concaved in?
Yeah, but it's...
You're just, like, blowing it?
No, it's because of... so, like, your lungs are, like, a bag.
I love lungs.
Your lungs are like a bag. Yeah. And they have little bristles in the bag. I love those
babies. Those are my sexy-ass babies.
So, if I squeeze the bag with all the bristles, those bristles snap, break, tear, whatever. Mm-hmm. So, when it expands again, the bristles are gone and, like, it's all fucked and shattered in there. Mm-hmm. You're going to be breathing wheezing and shit because it's all fucked.
Wheezy.
So, like... That's hilarious. So, like, you know when you drown, what happens is your lungs fill with water.
Yeah.
Imagine a bag filling with water.
Yeah, you suck it out.
And the only way that happens is if you can cough up all that water, you can live.
Can't we just get a tube and just...
Down, you usually won't... Nobody's usually there when you drown.
But let's say you could... Let's say right now, I just drown, and you're right here, right? Can you just cut me up and then pop it out?
Well, Amanda has to go through people's like fucking tubes.
Yeah, right here, yeah, a little sexy ass.
And they have to clean those shits out. So you have to go in with like some sucker device, and it goes in and like sucks like the shit out of your lungs.
Why can't we do that with like a collapsed lung, or like get like a it would be hard
because
you have to figure out a way to get the oxygen to your lungs or to your blood.
Yeah.
So I was like, could you just like I'm trying to think of ways.
No,
because I'll be salty if my lungs collapse. Like, well, shit happened. Like, shit, we can't help you.
Well, the way your lungs collapse are usually if you're like doing something active, right? Isn't that how that happens?
Like, I think so. Yeah, like
your
you
lungs
get hit
just
in the
don't
fucking
randomly collapse.
No, I don't think they.
That's why your lungs are right under your ribs.
Yeah,
they protect you.
Yeah.
So like, if I punch you, and I punch you right in the lungs, you're not gonna be like, my lungs just collapsed. Like, no, you're unless you like, and usually that happens when you break a rib or something, because your rib goes back and hits your lungs and punctured. Like, that's why a punctured lung happens. And like a punctured lung can fuck you.
The body is very interesting and it's very intriguing. It's very like your brain when you get a concussion. This is gonna refer back to the concussion movie. Is that your brain is like a whole bunch of fucking links together, right? And when you get a concussion, those links snap. But I told you about this at work today. They snap and they send out this toxin that decays and destroys that part of the brain. It's not a lot, but it's still like a little part of the brain. So when you have multiple concussions, or just multiple head traumas, or multiple head contusions, it's just multiple of those, and it's like a fucking cancer.
So I told Hunter about the story of when I laid you out. And you
Yeah,
you
didn't give me cancer.
And you got...
Or you didn't give me cancer, you gave me a concussion.
I did.
You didn't.
I did.
You did.
Jeremiah, you didn't know what day it was.
You didn't know what day it was either. No one knows what day it was.
Jeremiah, if you write your date on the paper,
everyone, right now, what day is it? What's the date? Don't look at your computer. Don't look at whatever. What is the date? Put it in the description. If you just guess it, just guess it. Just guess it right now. Just
bet you nail it. Bet you fucking nail it.
Bet you won't.
If you go to school, bet you nail it.
If you go to school, fuck no. I didn't know it. I know the date.
If you go to school, you're watching this video and you want to go down and comment, type school and then the date. If you don't go to school,
just type in the date.
Just type in the date.
Of your guess. Guess it.
Of
guess
your
it.
guess, yes. Guarantee you, almost 100% of you know. Because you either go to work or you go to school.
Right now, I don't know what the date is today. I know it's a Tuesday. The 5th. I know it's a Tuesday. I don't know what the date is.
The 5th.
I don't pay attention to that.
How not?
I just don't. Like,
I pay attention to that more now than I do when I was...
I don't. I really don't.
You know why I do? Because games release.
And I never do. I know the day. I know Monday, Tuesday, I know that. I don't know the date.
But didn't he ask you to do the day?
No, he asked me to do the date.
Backwards?
I don't know what the fuck he asked.
If I remember
he told me.
He asked you to do the months, and you fucked up.
How you gonna tell me to do I know what months. How am I supposed to say it backwards? December, November,
December. No, I remember him telling you to do the months forwards and do them...
and I did it. I think I aced it forward. I don't think I could do it backwards. Concussion.
No, I think you did it forward, and you messed up, and then so he asked you to do it backwards, and you fucked up. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August,
September, October, November, December. He
December,
also told me
October,
he also told me to say like bubblegum chew or whatever. He like told me to say all these words. He's like, what's the first word I asked you to say? I was like, I don't know. He's like, it was bubblegum. Or it was bubble. And I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? Like, unless you tell me, hey, remember this, I'm not gonna remember it.
Jeremiah, what was the first thing we did at the beginning of this podcast?
We did the whatchamacallit. We did the intro or the what is it? I'm trying to think of the word right now for
housekeeping.
Housekeeping. That's what it was. I only know that because I know the system.
Okay, Jeremiah, what do you say at the end of every JK podcast so far?
Cut the feed. I mean, you can't because that's a natural thing.
So now let me hit you in the head.
No, like you should be like. You should be like, what?
I did lay this nigga out though. He was on the ground. I felt so bad.
He laid me out. But it wasn't a concussion.
I felt so bad. I was like, oh.
But the question is, like, do I slur my words?
No, and you were.
I feel like I do.
No, you were. I can tell you for sure when you were laying down and got up, you were.
I wasn't. I didn't even talk.
Certain.
I didn't even talk.
You told me, Jalen, I feel dizzy.
I feel like I do slur my words.
See, you said, Jalen, I feel dizzy. You said, Jalen, I feel dizzy.
Right?
I said, you need to go to the trainer. You went to the trainer. He said,
no, I think I got a headache.
Yeah, that's what it was. You had a headache. I said, you need to go to the
concussion.
trainer. I said, you need to go to the trainer.
It's not a concussion.
You went to the trainer. I got a headache.
No, it's like, because I was like, I don't want to be here, nigga. I don't got a headache. It's like, all right, let me hit you with these questions. He's like, oh, you got a headache, huh? You never get injured. You got injured today. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Here's what I know. I had a hit list. I hit a lot of niggas.
Yeah? I got bone crusher, though. You didn't.
Which made zero sense.
It did, but it's hilarious. No, but it's like
I got 0 rewards.
Popularity vote.
Awards.
Popularity
No,
vote.
but I should have gotten Bone Crusher.
You should have got Bone Crusher and Best Lineman.
I had a hit
You should've
list.
got
I had
both.
a hit list, and every time I hit niggas, they got injured. I hit Tanner.
That's hilarious.
Nigga died.
Tanner's always getting
I
hurt,
hit
though.
you. Concussion.
I didn't get concussion.
I hit fucking Josiah. Nigga was never
I think
the
that's probably
same.
one time I subconsciously knew that something was wrong with me. That was the
When I
time where I
hit
was
you.
no. Fuck no. You hit me and I was like, I just have a headache.
You
Like,
know, I
I'm
hit you
fine.
and you went to still like a statue.
No, you hit me. I just fell down. I got up. Like, I just had a headache. I
No,
always
you
get a
got
headache.
hit hard.
I think there's probably
You got
one
hit
or
hard.
2 times where I thought I got concussion. The first time was probably CC Webb when I went against the Panthers in Washougal. And it was dark. There's lights on, but I just had a headache the whole game. Not the whole game, but like towards the end of it. And that could have been a concussion. I was just playing on the fucking concussion, but I would get headaches.
Do you remember when I laid the fuck out of Gage? Were you there?
I thought you were gonna say it when you remember when I laid the fuck out of you. I was gonna be like, why?
I did the shit out of you. You got fucked.
I got hit, but no, nigga,
No,
I got hit harder.
I
than
got
that.
in so much trouble from mom. She was so mad at me.
I remember she's like, don't let him fall asleep. The nigga sleeping.
she's like, so I answered the phone. I'm like, hello. She's like, I heard you like Jeremiah. He got me because I was like, yeah, man. You know, shit
This is what I do.
I was like, shit happens. And she's like, what's he doing right now? I said, to sleep. She got so mad.
So what about the thing with Gage?
Oh, you remember I laid him the fuck out?
Mhm.
Oh, niggas were hyped.
Then he goes, that's why they call him Jay or something like big dog. Oh, that shit was hilarious.
Funny.
No, so then the other time I remember I got a concussion, I know I had a concussion because
When I laid you out?
No, we
Jeremiah.
went. Can I fucking tell my story?
No, because you don't want to give me credit.
No, you laid me out. I'm not saying you didn't. I didn't get a concussion though. You did. You want more? I'm giving you that inch that you laid me out, and you're taking a mile. So the second time I got a concussion. Well, at least I think. If you get dazed, you get a concussion.
It's a mini concussion. When
So
you
then
get
I have
shit
one
like that.
So the first time the dude hit me, I didn't get anything. He hit me. I was like, oh, whatever. Got back up, started running. Second time he hit me, and I just got dazed. Like the lights were all fucking bright. It was like it's like in the movies when someone gets dazed and you see like gold and like silver and like the lights. I felt that one time was like, I knocked you out. I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's different.
That's not different. I knocked you out.
Okay, so Jeremiah and this army nigga, whatever. This is.
He said this army nigga.
We'll tell it here. We'll tell it here. Jeremiah and this army ass nigga was talking. And he's like, I can show you something that'll knock anybody out. Anybody fuck with you.
Yeah,
will knock you out.
He's not even
He was
army
like-
though.
He was. He was ex-army.
Nigga was ex-savage. That's what he was.
Ex-savage. Pop your bitch in the head, throw her in the trunk. Anyway, so he said you do this around the neck and this with the head.
Call it the cobra, baby, like this.
Push
You
it
get him
forward.
right in that little.
So
right
Jeremiah perfected it, right? Jeremiah perfected
it.
And I was talking shit.
It's my wrestling. It's my
I was talking
WWE
shit. I was like, you can't. You would never get me. You would never get me.
get me.
And he was like, if you let me get you, I'd be able to knock you out. I was like, no, you wouldn't. Nigga went. He let him get me. Fucking,
Don't try this at home, kids. This is fucking stupid.
He
We're
fucking,
retarded.
held me. I fucking passed out.
He passed out.
I was done, and I tried to. I was drawing.
I hate it. I hate that. I don't like going back to that.
I was drawing, and I tried to wipe my drawer.
No, it's Javon.
Oh, no, what did I do?
That was Javon. You just. I think you're having a stroke. That's not funny.
Why'd you do that?
I didn't do that. You did that.
Why'd you do that?
Do what?
Why you do this?
No, that was like, oh, we're fucking stupid.
That was retarded.
That was so.
That was
kids don't do that.
That
Don't
was
ever.
honestly the
Don't when they
dumbest
say
shit
don't
we've
try
ever
this shit
done.
at home. Don't fucking do it. I swear to you.
If we had 5 things, that was.
When I look back on that, I'm like,
I could have died.
like before I was like, oh, whatever. Like I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Now I look back, I was like, that nigga probably had a stroke. Like he could have died.
Bro, my whole body felt like it was tingling. And
That's
I was like,
not good.
My whole body felt tingled.
Oh, that's scary.
And I felt like I was sleeping.
Oh, that's fucking scary.
Yeah, I felt like I probably saw the devil.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, I was dead.
I just like I'm not shaking, but I'm just like, fuck. That could have. That's like if you try to jump on a cliff and you jumped on a cliff and you was like, oh shit, and you caught yourself.
Yeah.
It was like, no,
I could
bro.
have died any of those times.
Like, no, bro. Like,
do you know what that is?
What?
So Amanda told me exactly what it is. It's cutting the circulation.
Yeah, you can't get anything from your fucking brain. And you're not getting any oxygen either from your lungs.
Yeah, so
you're just fucking yourself.
So if you would have held that for like
fucking
a second longer,
you would have died.
You would have killed me.
And that's the same shit to Javon. Yeah, I don't know why y'all niggas thought it was so cool to get knocked out.
It was funny.
And then Javon, I did it to Javon, and like he didn't get knocked out, But like he was on the verge, so he was drooling a bit. He's like, okay, I'm fine, and he was like, this shit. And like he had like a mini stroke. That shit is scary, bro. Don't ever do that shit.
Hilarious.
That's just fucking retarded. I never once got knocked out.
We also sub for sub.
We sub for sub. Hey, sub, I'll knock this nigga out again. Oh,
that was honestly the dumbest shit we've ever
That was scary. Like looking back on it, that scares me. It's like, no, fam, that's not cool.
It was that. Yeah, that was probably. I remember you finessed kids in middle school or in preschool.
Oh.
There was this kid named Zach.
I remember him.
And you just finessed the fuck out of him.
No.
I'll trade you this toy for 2 of your toys.
Two of your
And it was
toys?
just like,
No, but this toy's awesome. Like you can fucking do a black flip.
And he was like, "You're right." He took it and
You're
gave
awesome, bro.
This shit was funny.
Anyway, guys, that was the JK podcast episode. What is it? 7, 8,
7.
Today's the 7th. Or is it the 7th?
Yeah, it's 7. Yesterday, today, the one.
Yeah,
that
7. You're right. It is 7. Episode 7. We have 2 more.
Concussion still here.
Or do we have one more? No, I think I'm retarded. To be honest, I'm slightly retarded. 1, 2, 3.
You weren't after I hit you.
4. So we have one more eye icon. What should the eye icon be? You choose.
PSX vlog.
I already did that at the beginning, Jalen.
A picture of Jeremiah's
Dick.
face. A picture of Jeremiah's face right here, just to haunt you.
I don't think I could do that.
Just take a picture.
Well, actually, I would have to wait. I would have to like put it in the actual video.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not doing that.
A picture of Jeremiah's face will be right here on the eye icon. Just click it and you'll enjoy his
Icon
face.
right here. It will be probably
the video of the baby eating some shit.
in the phone. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, no,
Why?
I could. No, you're right. I could. The video right here. The icon is gonna be the video
like he
eating
can't do shit.
in the baby. It's gonna be a baby. It's gonna go into the. What was that game called?
Death Stranding?
No, not Death Stranding. The one that has that noise. It's like when you die. Bloodborne. It's either Bloodborne or the other one.
Dark Souls.
One of those. I think it's Dark Souls. Anyway, the JK podcast. You know what I'm saying. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you guys. Dark Souls. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you guys liked it. Dislike it if you didn't like it. We're gonna do clips as well, so if you guys want to check that out, links are all in the description below.
Don't forget to hit the bell.
Don't forget to hit the bell button as well. Let's let you guys know when we upload because YouTube hates us. You know?
Oh no, we got flagged because we said Nazi.
We got flagged because we said Nazi. That Nazi video. If you guys want to check that out.
Yeah, that was amazing. Jalen, cut the feed.